So Stephen A. Smith had a report that said, there's a chance both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook could leave Oklahoma City in their respective free agencies and join the Los Angeles Lakers. Now this took me for a surprise. Of course, these two are immensely talented. Russell Westbrook and his athleticism and skill and ability to attack the basket and defend. It's only amplified by the fact that the guy's a freaking monster. I mean, you remember when Kevin Durant got injured, this dude was averaging triple doubles with a hole in his face. He's fearless, he's emotionless, he's heartless, and if it wasn't for Steph Curry, the discussion of who the best point guard in the league is, well, there wouldn't be one. And as for Kevin Durant, I mean, depending on who you're talking to, he could be the best player in the league. And just one of the more revolutionary players the league has seen with his size and scoring ability, and his all-around game has really caught up. And these two have made Oklahoma City a force for a while. But whether it be due to injuries or whatever, they've had some playoff losses and they have not captured a championship yet. I mean, they've lost to the Grizzlies and the Spurs and the Mavericks and of course the Miami Heat in the finals. And like I mentioned, part of this is due to injury. Another part of it is because their front office didn't realize that they could keep James Harden. But alas, he's in Houston. And do I really think that these two could leave for the Lakers in free agency? That's a really tall thing to ask for, but let's look at the Lakers first. I mean, in my opinion, they have a young nucleus of D'Angelo Russell, who I think is going to be a very good player for a long time with his skill and combined with his just smoothness and confidence. I think he'll be very good. We look at Jordan Clarkson, who's a combo guard like Russell, but his shooting may be a little farther along. And then there's also Julius Randle, who's shooting nearly 50% from inside the paint. But we can't forget that he's shown the potential to be one of the best rebounders in the league for the next decade. But let's also not forget that the Lakers currently have the second pick in the upcoming draft, and every mock draft tells me they're going to select Brandon Ingram, who is kind of a not as good version of Kevin Durant, a very versatile scorer. So if you combined that young core with a Kevin Durant and a Russell Westbrook, do I actually think it would happen? I don't know, but let's at least entertain the idea. Russell Westbrook and KD in a Lakers jersey. Well, when you inherit two of the 5 best players in the league, you're immediately a playoff team. Doesn't matter what the heck the rest of the roster is. But we have to remember that that young core that I just mentioned, the D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, they would only be better because this would take 2 seasons for both Durant and Westbrook to sign with the Lakers. We assume Julius Randle might develop a mid-range shot by then, and Jordan Clarkson's only going to get better. And also, remember, there is Brandon Ingram, who you have to assume would be a great backup for Kevin Durant. And that Lakers team, it could be special. KD and Russ combined with their young group with a few years of experience could be really good. And let's say they surround him with NBA talent like Ian Mahinmi and Kent Bazemore. Let's see what 2K thinks of this. And early on in the simulation, they already lost to the Warriors. I'm sure that's cause for concern around the league. It's like, this new team, you put them together and they lose to the Warriors, that's not good. They also lost to Miami, but if you see here, they do defeat the Warriors to end the month, so I think things are looking up pretty well. They also beat the Thunder. Listen, OKC fans, I don't know if this is actually going to happen. I'm just going off of Stephen A's report. So, if you want to get mad at anybody for this, get mad at Stephen A. Beat the Warriors again, that's pretty good. And so to round out the season, this LA Lakers fantasy team wins 62 games. Steph Curry still gets the MVP trophy. I don't know, man, 62 wins. I'm sure KD had himself a hell of a season. Look at this, Byron Scott won Coach of the Year. You're welcome, Byron. Now, KD did get all first team, and if we look at his stats, no surprises here. Still being one of the best players in the league. Westbrook, All-NBA second. Scoring could have been a little higher, I guess, but let's not get nitpicky. On to the postseason now. We go through Boogie and the Kings in 7 games, actually. That's okay. We got through them, so that's cool. Then James Harden and those guys, we go through them in 6. Here we go against the Warriors. Are we surprised that we're going to have to face these guys? Well, now we're in the finals against the Knicks, and this roster's, okay, whatever you say, 2K. Now let's look at the rest of the team's stats before we get here. Make sure you pay attention to the second bar. Russell had himself a very good season, and then Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson, their stats don't jump out at you, but they had nice, efficient seasons, and when you already have KD and Russ, that's all you need. I mean, Brandon Ingram, he was fine coming off the bench for KD, but now, once again, let's go up against the New York Knicks here. I don't know how they got here. I mean, we're looking at it. I'm pretty sure LeBron signed with the Celtics because that always seems to happen in 2K. And so with a 3-1 lead, LA Lakers win the finals. So according to 2K, if KD, Westbrook sign over to LA, and then the young core that the Lakers have just keeps on improving and they make a couple of small moves to acquire some genuine NBA players to round out the roster, then the Lakers are going to win themselves a finals. That's going to do it. We're just toying with the idea. We don't know if this is actually going to happen. And I'm out.